Welcome to Pre-Marriage Readiness, the 5-part audio course. I am Tori Bryant. Today my role is to walk with you to give you a greater opportunity to be a prepared and ready husband. So this is session 4. Where are you leading her? So far we have discovered and covered the original purpose of man, roles and responsibilities, preparing your heart. Now your heart is filled with new positive belief, renewed dreams and desires. This teaching is designed to awaken those dreams and mold a clear picture of your vision and prepare you to lead your wife through this mission. And the Lord said, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helpmate for him." Genesis 2:18. So this is the reason why you're taking this training in the first place. You recognize your need to have a companion and helpmate. The question is, why do you, sir, need a helpmate? Now, I believe a man should know what he will need help doing before he asks a woman to join him. Habakkuk 2:23 gives us instruction to write our vision out so that those who read it can run with it. This is also true concerning your wife. You should be able to clearly communicate your vision for that life that the two of you will share as your wife. This will help her understand her assignment of helping you fulfill this vision through the function of being your wife. I want you to understand that husband and wife is not a title, it's a function. That's what you do, it's the acts. So let's take a look at Proverbs 31, the New International Version. For an example of the wife's functions, you should review this and it'll give you a clear understanding of some of the functions of a wife. You can do the same thing in Ephesians 5 for examples of a husband, some of the functions of a husband. It's important to have examples and instructions when it comes to how to function as being a husband and a wife. I want to just give you some practical stuff here. As men, we are known for starting and stopping projects without reading the instructions. At some point, we'll go back at least to look at a picture of it to see if we're kind of getting it right. Well, this is true of relationships and business decisions and investments. I'm going to have to say and believe that we've all done this at some point. But I'm saying to you now, it's okay to start with an example and instructions in your hand. For some of us, it's actually a restart. Some of us have been through divorce and some of us are already married, but, we want to be better husbands. So, this is some training that's going to help us to have those instructions in hand, whether it's starting, whether it's a restart, or, in some ways, maybe a do-over. Okay. In this session, you will discover a clearer picture of where you are going, who you are today, who you are in 20 years, and your why. Casting a 20-year vision will begin the process of clearly seeing a picture of the greatest version of your life. 20 years ahead allow you to imagine without limitations such as money, education, time that you have or time that you feel like you don't have, or even discipline. So I want you to open your hearts and I want you to imagine, the endless possibilities that you have if you're looking 20 years ahead. I was just thinking about an example about, just opening your mind and imagining. Recently, my wife got a Christmas, I guess it was a Target circular with all the Christmas toys in it, and she got it out of the mailbox and she gave it to my 5-year-old sons and twin boys. They went away with it with a pen in their hand, and 5 minutes later they came back with all the items circled that they wanted for Christmas. I looked through it with them, and honestly, it was probably more stuff circled in that book than wasn't circled. So, they really had an extensive list there, but I was thinking about it. I believe life works the same way as a Christmas wish list. You can have everything that you desire. But as an adult and as a responsible person, we just realize that now it requires some work from you. but you can have those things if you're willing to put in the work. Section 1, who are you? Who you are today has expanded from when this course began. You have gained knowledge, clarity, focus, and prepared your heart for your greater in life. But who you are today is not the same as who you're going to be 20 years from now. I want you to make a list of the things that describe you today, starting with an I am statement. These are some of the areas that I want you to start with, and you're welcome to expand that list however, to whatever level you think you should with things that describe you today. So these are some of the areas to start with. Your character, your physical body, business and career, mind and emotions, relationships, finances, spirituality, and social, family, and friends. Some examples of this I have for you here is, I am trustworthy. I am 10 pounds over my target weight. I am happily married. So this is like a mixture of some of the good qualities of who you are and some of the not so good qualities of who you are. But at the end of the day, this is who you are right now. So on a separate sheet of paper, I want you to make a list of I am statements describing the pieces of you that make you the man that you are today. So I would like for you all to begin that exercise now. Okay, the second exercise will be, I know that's kind of sound like football practice or boot camp or something of that nature, but the second exercise will be who I am in 20 years. Now we will tune into some key areas of your life with an eagle's eye. We can see everything from a 20-year distance, but we have an eagle's eye to pinpoint specific areas that we value most. This is your opportunity to take the first step in manifesting the life that you live 20 years from now. So some examples of this would be, in 20 years, I am 63 years old. In 20 years, my marriage is thriving, an example for others, and growing stronger every day. So those are some of the examples I have here for you. And I want you to begin this exercise, which is who I am in 20 years from now. Let's start that exercise now. So we've covered who are you. We've covered who I am in 20 years. So now we want to bridge the gap here, and we're going to cover where you are in 20 years. So we want to have a vision of how this looks in 20 years, how your life will play out in your 20-year version and vision of yourself and of your life. There's many ways you can write out a 20-year vision. The goal is to transfer what's in your heart and what's in your head to paper. As long as your vision is clear to you and all those you are leading in this vision, especially your wife, then that's the goal. So I want you to use the completed work from who I am in 20 years to help you formulate your vision. So I want you to start by reviewing who I am in 20 years. Take a few minutes to close your eyes and visualize these things being played out in your head like a movie. You can speed it up, you can slow it down, even rewind or change some things that's not playing out exactly how you really want your life to be. I want you to take in how it feels, who you're with, and how you help others in this vision. I want you to search for things that clearly speak to you. The only confirmation you need in this vision is it really a desire of your heart? Is it really what you want for you and your family? And does these things glorify God? If so, then that's all you need as your confirmation with this stuff. I want you to write down the edited version. After you play these things out in your mind, I want you to go back and write down the edited version of this. And I want you to do it either as a story, you can do it as bullet points, or either you can just make statements, but just make it clear for yourself and, be able to put this in a vision, not so much a statement, but, just creating a vision from the beginning to end, how you want your life to look in 20 years from now, how you want to live your life, how you want to operate on a daily basis, what you want to feel, who you're going to be with, the things that you're going to be able to do to build your community, whatever speaks to you, whatever your true desire for your life is that you can imagine right now, then that's what I want you to write down. So I want you to begin this work now. Okay, so I realize this is a lot of assignments that I put together here for you. I mean, I really wanted to give you some thought-provoking stuff, and I really want you to have a really clear vision of where you're going and where you're leading your wife and your potential family to. So I think that we've covered a lot of good ground here, and I definitely commend you for putting in the work that it takes to do this. I realize that for some of you, you may have not did it all at one time. You may have to stop this and come back and do it later, or you may listen all the way through on the audio side of it and you'll come back and do the assignments, and that's certainly fine. The bottom line is you just need to make sure you complete all the assignments because they will build upon each other for each week to come, and I really thank you for doing the work, and I'm proud of you guys for doing it. So this next section is your why. I'm going to just simply ask you, why do you want all or any of these things that you envision for your life? This work and vision is new and fresh, so hopefully that will make it easy for you to answer that question today. Later down the line, when this stuff isn't so fresh and it may get a little bit hard, it may get tough at times, then you're going to need to be able to go back to your why. Why did I want this in the first place? Why should I continue doing this? Well, I want you guys to establish that why now. I want you to establish that why right now so you'll have it right in your face and you can go back, and whenever you start to questioning things or, just not valuing your experience in your life and in your marriage the way that you could or should be, you'll be able to go back to this why and say, you know what, I'm really more on track with this stuff than what I imagined that I would be, and this is why I'm going to continue going on with it. So keep in mind that this is a lifelong journey and a 20-year vision. You will need to be able to see and remember your original reasons why you began this work. Your why will sustain you through this mission as long as you continue to accomplish your goals and become the greatest version of you. What I want you to do at this point is I want you to write down that why, and that why should be really fresh in your head right now, but it may require a little additional thought to just say, okay, this is the why that's going to sustain me. This is really, really why I want all these things. Of course, the ultimate thing for most of us is that you really want to glorify God and you really just have this desire in your heart for these things and you're not quite sure where it comes from, but you know it's what you want. So I want you to begin writing your why down now. So once again, this is Tory Bryant. I want to thank you for completing session 4 of the Premarriage Readiness. I want you to continue reviewing this work daily, keeping it in your face, keeping it in your mind. And always, I want you guys to be strong and do your life's work. Until next time, be blessed.